In order to see the desk, I can't sit up straight. Can't have the good posture today. I guess I gotta slouch. I gotta be back here. I gotta lean. Oh, how are you? Hi, goobers. Guess what today we're doing? We're crafting! Yes! You can tell by the title. Listen, for some... I'm sorry, and what do you need? Hey, what do you need? There's no cookies right now. You've had 3 cookies this morning. There's no more cookies. Go. This is Crazy Town, USA. It's cookies every day. Back to the slouching. I don't know about you guys, but recently on my social media, specifically on TikTok, I don't know what kind of algorithm we're all on, I've been seeing beaded, keychained animals. Beaded animal keychains come back in popularity. Are you kidding? I don't know what it's called, this type of method, but you start with like a loop and then you have like 2 strings and then you put beads on it and you loop them through and it like makes an animal or a design or whatever. I don't know if they ever went out of style, but I was born in the 1995s. I distinctly remember as a kid doing those keychains all the time. I loved making like beaded bracelets, the ones that they're all wearing at like the EDM festivals and the Taylor Swift concerts now. But back in the day, like the rudimentary kind back in the day, the 90s beading craze, early 2000s, I was all for it. When you were a little kid and you got hooked on a certain type of craft or hobby and that like it brings you like nostalgia, paint by numbers, coloring with markers where you like marker the outside of the picture, then color it in with colored pencil. That looked a little fancy. I loved making beaded things, keychains, bracelets. I distinctly remember having like a Halloween orange, purple, and black like beaded bracelet thing. I liked wearing them. I liked giving them to people, and they're coming back around on social media. But they've like elevated the craft a little bit. Instead of having like the big chunky beads and doing it with string, now they do it with wire and like really small beads, and they're like little tiny purse charms. I personally love it. It really inspired me to be like, I wonder where my original OG craft bin is. I know I have all my beading stuff. What am I, 30 from 20 years ago? Oh my gosh. I love that it's coming back around. On top of that, if you did have a craft as a kid that you like locked in on, maybe you just like didn't have the money to have like random craft obsessions, or nothing ever clicked with you, I highly suggest as an adult you need to run the gambit, if you can, of crafting things. Local libraries have like crafting workshops that you can do stuff there. You can do paper mache, you could do beading, coloring, painting, sculpting, like chalk, crepage. Oh my gosh, fun stuff. Specifically the account that I'm seeing stuff on, she just posted again, so I'm gonna shout her out. This is like the first person I saw doing it. Oh crap, on a stick. I think I lost her thing. The battery's gonna die? That's so rude. It was at a full battery like 2 seconds ago. Disrespectful. Oh my god, that was the smoothest battery change transition ever. I was like a pit crew, NASCAR pit crew. Specifically, I just want to give her credit. Her name's Sarah Cruzel. I'll link her video. I guess I'll link her TikTok down below. I don't know if there are other social media. I guess she's in Nashville. But her video blew up of her making these fish. I like hers the best out of everyone making them, because hers still have the whimsical look with like the big eye of like the old style beads we used to do. And they look more like little like fishing like lures kind of. And I just like her style. I think she does one side of the pattern, and folds it over and like wires it together. She also put out a tutorial and all the stuff she uses. So that's great. I love that people are getting into it. It inspired me to dig out my old craft bin, which we're going to go through right now. Dust galore. I had to dive into the deep depths of my closet for this. Just kidding. It was just sitting in like a pile of dust. It took 3 attempts of Tetris to unleash it from its corner, but look at like this little trail of dust it was leaving behind. Dust everywhere. I even brought the vacuum in here in case we need to NASCAR pit crew stop some spiders or bugs that crawl out of this bin. I don't think there is, but there might be major dust bunnies. Okay, don't drop this. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. This is a bad grip. Okay. I'm also already sweating. We didn't even start crafting. I am a little scared of what is in this bag. First of all, right on top, here's just a bag of old jewelry. Oh my gosh, old bracelets. I just think I never threw these away. These are glow in the dark. Look how loose the string is. Was this the size of my neck? Definitely wasn't my wrist. These glow in the dark. I don't know if I couldn't tell. Do they still? Oh, a little bit. This nice green one. Again, were these not these are the size of my wrists? A lot of pink and this red. I mean, I don't even like the color pink. Lots of pink and red. I remember this white one. It's like the closest thing I had to pearls back in the day. My goodness. And then, oh, this one's fun. This is something I would literally wear right now. These blocky, bold colors. Hell yeah. Nostalgic. It feels like you can make your own simple jewelry. That's so fun to me. I loved that when I was a kid. Okay, I do remember, oh my gosh, me trying to be organized. Here's like, I always had this bag of string. The thick string is for these beaded things, and then this skinny string was for bracelets, and you would like pull it, it would get frayed out, and it would fray up the whole string of bead. Oh my god, it was the most stressful thing as a child. This is exactly as I remembered it. Okay, look at this. The bright bucket. Oh, I took the wrapper off. The bright bucket of beads. Oh, some of y'all will recognize this is an iconic bin of beads. It's still full. How? I had this bucket of beads my whole childhood and it's still filled to the brim. You thought I would have made a dent in here. Did I keep adding beads to it? I would sit here and dig and dig and dig through all these beads looking for what and this little cheat sheet pattern of the patterns for the keychain animals. So glad. Did a bunch just spill out? Yes. Do I think that's going to be the theme of this video? Also, yes. How many of those just, and where did they? That's going to bug me. As a kid, I was like, oh my God. That's going to bug me as an adult. Just random beads everywhere. Okay. Well, there's so many beads in the bottom of this bin. Microscopic beads. Oh, and a little thumbtack. Better not put that in the bin. These are just like other beads that I didn't want to either put in these bins or didn't have room for in these containers. I'll show you in a second. These are numbers. This is like a walk down nostalgia lane. My childhood. Yeah, this is just a bunch of little bags of beads, all different sizes. That's good stuff. Oh my gosh, the rings! An abundance of the keychain rings. Need that. I totally forgot that I got super into, is this the company that did, yeah, Klutz, that did like the cat's cradle? They taught you how to make beaded rings on wire, which is kind of the technique everyone's using now for the fish. This is such a cute little book, just filled with such creative stuff. You can make a starburst. Where's the one I made the most? Yeah, it was like this dragonfly butterfly thing. Oh my gosh. I definitely made this ring and I have it somewhere if I didn't throw it away or lose it or it broke. Yes. This was iconic. Ann Ackers Johnson, who wrote this book, you're the best. Great pictures, great tutorials. You have my praise. Okay, and then lastly in this bin of stuff, which I don't think we'll need this stuff today, I had like fishing container, little organizer bins, because I took this shit seriously as a kid. This is a disorganized mess though. What was going on here? I don't know what those are for. I think these like came all together. Yeah, and they just came on like a string. And these beads are everywhere. Oh, and then these were like these see-through beads. Oh my gosh, these damn speckled ones. I didn't like these as much because they were see-through. They kind of like did not serve a purpose for me as like this bucket. Oh, look at us just diving into a bucket of beads. Here are some of those neon beads, the glow-in-the-dark ones. I always had a couple sets of like alphabets. I think the only reason I stopped doing it is because I just had so many beaded bracelets at the time that it was like, we have so many, you don't need to make anymore. And then I just kind of put the craft on the shelf and never did it again. I don't know, I just like grew out of it or grew away from the craft. But I'm back, baby, I'm back. Today we're just making, we don't even need these. Today we're just making, no, don't fall. I'm so glad I never threw this stuff out. How much is this bucket nowadays? Like $30? I don't know what it was back in the day, but more beads on the ground. There's just a random string of beads right here. For a video, we're sitting here chilling. We're just gonna make one of these from this chart. Did this come with this bucket? Because this, oh, I mean, look at all these patterns. Me as a kid being a little architect. Just like, oh, what do I want to make? A lizard? Leaps the frog? Ricky the gecko? What am I in the mood for? We can make Swamps the alligator, definitely made him. The snowman, definitely made him. Stinker the skunk? Is there a raccoon on here? Because my friends and I were talking about our favorite animals last night, and I mean, I love a raccoon. Coils the cobra, we can make a snake. Easy peasy, as far as difficulty level go. Lucy the ladybug? What colors do we have? Literally everything. The fish one on here is kind of catching my eye, because we can do like black with some of the neon green. It even tells you how many beads you need and how many yards of cord. 3 yards of cord, 120 beads needed. I think we're gonna do this fish right here, glow the fish. Because everybody online was doing the fish. So we'll do an old school fish. This right here, can you guys see it? Oh yeah. Glow the fish is glowing in the light. I'm gonna have to find all my beads, and you would take the bucket and you would put all the beads you need in the lid. So you wouldn't lose them. But this is practice shit. We have the rings. I definitely have enough cord in here, probably like of black. How many beads do we need? We need 87 beads. You need a light, a medium, and a dark. So what colors do I want to do? I love this bucket of beads. If they were neon colors, like a neon splatter. Oh, what are these? Oh, there's only like 5 of them. It's not gonna fly. Oh my gosh, the ring bead ones were so small. They would come in these little tubes. If you drop one of these tubes of beads, sayonara sister, you'd be vacuuming that up for days. No. Okay, maybe I'll make a little bracelet after this. Oh, this is going to be the rest of my day. This is going to be the rest of my day of crafting. I can already tell. Ow. Of crafting. Do I need 12? This felt like, as a child, this felt like being an architect. I was like, I got to plan out my colors, Mom. I got to have the right length of cord, and I'm counting out what we need for the plans, the design. She's like, how much is a bucket of beads can cost? I was like, I don't know, Mom. It's probably like $20. I just need $20 to do my craft. Okay, the white color in here. No. This lighter color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 10. It's like 11. Okay, we're gonna do this grayish color, this blue. So I need a white and a black. And a lot of it. A white and a black. We could just do straight black. I feel like I distinctly remember always digging for the black colored beads in here because you were used in almost every project. Maybe we could do orange and green. Orange, green, and blue. I'm just gonna start pulling beads that I see the most. Or yellow. There's a crap ton of yellow in here. I can't explain to you how happy I am that like the craft is coming back and that they've like elevated it to like what my adult taste is like. Oh. Speaking of fishing, I went fishing with my dad the other day when we and my family went on that little vacation to the woods for like a couple days, 4 or 5 days. And I didn't have anywhere to put that footage, so I'm going to put it in here. Here's a little fishing montage. You're like, never ever did I think we were going to watch a crafting video and in the middle watch a fishing montage.
Just, yeah, grab them by the gills.
Okay, bye, sorry. Fishing down the river. Okay, I found my beads. Probably took me like 10 minutes. Not too shabby. I like remember being on the couch in our like front room with the bead bucket on the couch and me picking out beads. I think like sitting on the ground but like leaning on the couch watching TV, like old cable TV, like the Disney Channel. These are the beads I'm using. I think I'm going to use the black for the darkest color, the green for the lighter, and then this light blue. I just pulled the yellow and the purple because I didn't know how much we had of everything. And then I think I'm going to try and make like, wouldn't this be the eye of the fish, this white bead randomly? Should we make it a different color, like a fun bead, like this clear bead? We could try. We'll see what happens. We gotta cut our cord. How long is 3 yards? I used to go like by my arm span. I feel like my mom taught me that trick. 1, 2, 3. Is that a yard though? Who knows where this string starts and stops? That's a whole nother issue we gotta figure out. Oh, I know child me did not put this back correctly. Maybe this is like 3. Is that 3? I don't want it to be too short. And now I have adult money so I can always go out and buy more. That is like a yard, isn't it? A yardstick? Oh, a yardstick is tall, isn't it? There's 1. Oh, we're already at a snag. What the hell is this? 1, let's over-exaggerate it. 2-ish, 3-ish. And then we need extra. Way over 3. Oh, and then you'd cut this like an idiot, and then it would fray before you even got the project started. Yeah. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. When I be beading on the couch, and then the bucket would fall. There would be beads on every crevice and every crack and cushion of the couch. Mommy, Mom, I need the vacuum right now because I dropped all my beads. We gotta go to the craft store because I need more black beads. She's like, can't you pick another color for that? It has to be black. Look at how many black beads are on the thing. My little brain could not concept that a snowman could even be a purple hat. This is going to be such a pain to work with, to like feed this through every time. I do remember that part being like, I need more space. Then you find the centerpiece. I remember they give you like a little cheat code right here. Fold ribbon in half, insert loop end through, ring, pull cut ends through loop to make a knot, weave beads into ribbon. Following bead diagram, pull ribbon in a tight weave at each row. Tie with a double knot as shown in the diagram. When you're done, trim excess ribbon and secure knot with a drop of glue. A drop of glue! Yeah, I distinctly remember setting the project at the end, dot of glue, and being like, it's finished. It's finished! This is how Picasso must have felt at the end of one of his paintings. Lead with it, rock with it, lead with it, rock with it. Ring, loop, through. I feel like if you were in Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, they at least taught you how to do this. Then you pull the other ends through. Oh my gosh, so much cord. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing this for days. Securely fasten it. Oh, ran over the string. Hello, gather your supplies. Now you just follow your chart and scuba bit boo boo. This is the easy peasy stuff. This is what you do while you're watching a show, while you're on a phone call with your friend, when you're just shooting the shit. You think about having a midlife crisis. This is what you're doing while you're thinking about it. So this part's easy. You have these 2 strings, and you put the beads on one end. So this first layer of pattern has 2 beads, and we're using black for the black color on here. You put the beads on this end, and then you go back through with this other piece of the string, and you go back through the other way. Oh my gosh, there's a lobster on here. I definitely made the lobster. I think I've made every single thing. Then you go back through the other way with the other piece of string so that they're locked in like that. Do we see that? And then when you pull the loose ends of the beads together, all the way back down to the ring that we started, and that's like our base. That is like the start of your pattern. And the starting part is always hard because if you're not starting with one bead at the top to like work your way up like a pyramid, if you start with two, they're always like fighting for space at the start of this loop. That I do remember that was like frustrating as hell. But essentially it's like that, and then you just build the pattern out on top of it, and it like builds out a keychain. Easy peasy stuff. I might undo this and put like a clear bead at the top because I hate when it's uneven like that and they're fighting for space.
Lower life is in the burbs, that when we're, you know, tailoring the days a little. Just looking at his face like, brutal. Back to the comedy podcast. Sharks are bad this year.
We're like halfway through. This is how tall it is. It's gonna be like this long. It's so weird because the picture is this big and then the finished project is like this big. I only wish they put how much cord you need and how many beads you need on here. I wish it would tell you like, well, I guess they don't know what type of beads you're using. But if these are instructions that came with this bucket of beads, they should know, like, it's gonna be like a 8-inch keychain. Good luck finding a place for that. Oh, with all my knickknacks, my tchotchkes. My friend the other day goes, what are knickknacks? I go, you don't know what knickknacks are? Tchotchkes, things. My boobles, my baubles, my whatchamacallits. Who's what's it's galores. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. All those things. I love knickknack. I love all that stuff. This is like such a craft that it's reminding me that like you really don't have to think that much when you're doing this. You're just like looking at the beads and checking the pattern, looking at the beads, stringing the beads, looking at the pattern. Dun, 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 dun. When you're like crocheting or like cross stitching, all the other videos I've tried on here, you should check those out. I think there's a playlist called like Crafting with Christine. I would like to do them more often, but the videos never perform well. I don't know if it's because I'm just boring when I craft, because I'm like zoned in. What were we talking about? Oh, but like when you're like crocheting and you're like counting stitches and stuff, it's not that it's too much to think about, but it's like you have to really be engaging with the craft. This you really don't have to think about. Looking at the picture, matching the picture, looking at the thing, looking at this, da da da, doodle doo, doo doo skilly beep beep beep. When I was a kid, I was just watching Disney Channel TV, probably eating like little bagel bites and drinking like orange mango juice. And now as an adult, I'm drinking an iced coffee. I'm listening to a podcast of two grown men yelling at each other. It's fantastic. I need a green, I need a purple, I need two black, and then I need a black to a green. Back to a green. Back to... And I get why they put this chart in black and white. Also, this chart is from 1999. That means I had this when I was 4? Or maybe like the bucket of beads. I was not doing this at 4. Okay, so I need a green, purple, 2 black, and yeah, because there was 2. Yes. And I've been doing, instead of like, I don't know, putting them together, I've been running it through one string and then leaving it on the table and then finding the other string and running it through. This is like way too much cord. I'll tell you that right now. I could have used half of what they're talking about. I did just take like a major keychain collage thing off my keys. Maybe I can make myself a keychain for my keys. Oh, or for like my rear view mirror stash. Like the stuff that hangs from my rear view mirror. I know you're not supposed to hang stuff from there, but everyone does. Dice, old graduation cords, you know? Some people used to put like the garters from prom. Yeah. People do it all the time. Air fresheners. What's a little keychain of beads gonna do? Would be kind of cute, actually. Maybe we'll do that on the Patreon. Also, like, the frustratingness of trying to keep this all tight and, like, straight and, like, uniformed and everything is really annoying. But I think if you just get down through enough of it and then go back and, like, at the end, push everything up, that works a lot better. Did I mess up here? It was 2. It was 2. It's 3 black and a green. 2 1 2 1. And then it was 1 1 2 1. Now we're on 1 1 1 1. 1 1 1 1! Dun 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 dun! How the hell did they do the fin part? Oh shit, how did they do that? Oh, you go like around and then come back. Oh, I'm confused at the end. Oh shit. Okay, the tail might give me a problem. Back in the day, I didn't have Google to figure it out. I just had to stare at this chart forever. Do you go down one side and then go back and then down one side? No, there's no way. Okay, we'll figure it out. We must. We have to finish the project. What did I do as a kid when I was stumped? Just did it until I figured it out? Did I ever walk away? I don't see a lot of half-finished projects in here, so like I definitely just took the whole thing, cut it, and put all the beads back. Which is why this bucket is still full. That would make a lot of sense, actually. And very sustainable of me. Wow. Let me get back to this. Let me figure this out. It took me like 10 minutes and a lunch break. I got some carrots, ranch, and some taquitos to figure out the tail part, but we figured it out. Let me strap in my mom's phone because mine's out of storage. And let me show you a little POV. How we gonna do it? I figured out this side. One side of the tail. Now I'm doing the other side. So... if you look at our chart, the fishtail right here, instead of doing both strings and like looping them together to get each line, to do like extras or the tail, they break off and you just do it with one cord, and they meet back up in the middle at the end. Because we're only using one string, instead of doing loop by loop by loop and working your way down like we did with the whole other side of the project, you can't do that because then you'll be stuck at the bottom. And how do you tie it back off over here? Okay? So in this case, The pattern for the whole fin over here is 3, 2, 1. So you put all the beads on at the same time. And now you have to go back in with that same string and like make patterns. So you basically have to like re-string back on the beads you just did. So the bottom bead layer is just 1 bead. So we have to make that first layer. We're going to string it back on like that. Now if we want to make another layer, we somehow have to position these beads so that this one will sit under these two. So you have to re-string them again from left to right. The next layer. So as you pull it tight, that one should move under there. Wow, bam. So you have the 1, the 2. Now you have to make the third one. So again, we want this to sit under here somehow. So we got to restring the third layer left to right. Boop. So it all should under there. Great. Now, if we take this piece of tape off the desk, rip off some of the desk while we do it, tighten all this up, which is the hardest part, is just keeping this whole thing like front and center. Okay, if we're looking at the pattern right now, the way that we did this, you're like, oh, well, this whole row looks like it's next to this. It looks a little weird. It's like an illusion. You have to take these two and flip them in then. Flip them in, and now, boom, we have a tail. The last part of this project is that you have to double loop these back into the single middle bead on that last row, and then it'll really bring it together and be like a little fishtail. Just what we want. Fish project done! I was not filming these with my little neck tripod back in the day when I was a child. All right, I double knotted it at the bottom. There's your fish for you. I'll just put in a picture of it. That's not bad. This tall on the picture, and it's 3 times the size. This is how much string I have left. And that's 2 sides of the string. That's 2 yards. And then this is like all the extra that I had. Just so everybody knows. In case anyone else has the 1991 diagram that they're following. They're like, yeah, I could have told you that I've been following that diagram for 1991, math, 9, 5, 14, 25, 27, 9 years. That's not right. I'm going to put a dollop of glue on the bottom like I would do a dollop of Daisy. And this is done. That could be a keychain somewhere. That could go on the office wall. Oh my god, it could perfectly sit next to our Camp Crystal Lake. There, you could see it in future videos. You're like, what's that thing in the foreground? That green-black thing that keeps swaying in the wind. I'm like, oh, that's my beaded fish that I caught. I caught out of the bucket. I made. Can you imagine if I just like started this video? Today we're going to catch ourselves something good in this bin of beads. What could it possibly be today? Oh, it's a fish, everybody. Oh! So yeah, I saw people making a newer, more modern version of these on social media, and honestly, I'm jealous. I might go take my adult money, my adult debit card, and run up a bill at the local craft store. This is what I remember doing as a kid, and it was fun to revisit that. So that was very fun craft time with Christine. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit me up with your crafts down below. Let me know if you ever made these beaded things, or you never got to, and you definitely need to go pick up like a pack of beads and try one of these. The tail on this one's trying to keep collapsing on me. I'll have to figure that out. I feel like you have to lay it flat somewhere. It's already starting to irk me. Maybe I did it too tight? No, that's perfect if it just lays like that. If just no one touches it. I'll see y'all over on the Patreon, or I'll see y'all next time. Oh my god, my eye's twitching. Oh, am I falling apart? What, am I dying? The video just cuts out and it cuts back and my head's just in the beads. Could you imagine? I also used to do that as a kid. I used to smash my face into the beads, and then you'd come up for air, and the beads would be like stuck to all the crevices of your face, like one like snot rocketed up in your nose. I just like the texture, the feeling of it. It's like rubbing your face on rocks. I have no idea why we did that. Ow! Flower chain bead keychain kit. See the vision? Some of these are ugly. Butterfly fly away. Do you guys put keychains on your keys? Something right here. Hi, you son of a... I don't. That's not me. Is there a loop missing? Just such a creative child, and I never did anything with them. Because I ain't going back. Yeah, I shouldn't have Googled it. I'm getting decision fatigue. Motherfucker, I can't believe it. See, sometimes the craft project just takes 15 years in the making.